If somebody can walk away from your life, let them walk away. You shouldn't have to convince anybody to love you. If they can walk, let them go. If they leave you, it means they're not attached to your future. Some of you, you are taking too much time trying to convince people to love you that do not matter. Some of you are taking way too much time tolerating and trying to get people engaged that don't matter, that don't care, that are never ever going to help you get into your destiny. What if I told you that some of the rejection you have been facing in your life, it's because people are jealous of what's on your life? What if I told you that the rejection is simply an indication that you got favor on your life? God is getting ready to do something in your life. You just got to understand there's more to know. There's more to know.
Move on. Straight up, move on. Forget them. They are lying and they are untrustworthy. So move on. That person is not who you thought they were, right? They are not who you thought they were. The idea that this person was a trustworthy, faithful companion is not true. It is not true. That person does not exist. They didn't exist and they don't exist. It was in your head. It was in your head that this person was trustworthy and they were everything you wanted them to be and they were a faithful companion. That is a lie. They are not that person. They have proved it. They've proved it by their actions. Be thankful that you were able to learn before you invested more into this person. Be thankful that you found out when you did that this person was a liar, that this person was unfaithful, was untrustworthy. Be thankful that you know it.
If somebody wants to leave, let them leave. Your destiny is not tied to the people that walked away. Quit trying to talk people into staying. You don't have to convince anyone to love you, to call you, to come see you. You are a gift. You are a prize. You have something amazing to offer. If they don't want to be there, that's a sure sign they're not supposed to be there. One of your dreams may have died. That didn't stop God's plan. He has another dream. One relationship may not have worked out. If you'll kiss goodbye the old, God will show you the new. If someone is supposed to be in your life, you can't make them leave. And if someone leaves easily, they're not supposed to be there. But sometimes God will close the door. He'll move people out of your life. There are people and opportunities that were ordained for your past that are not ordained for your future. They were right for a season, but that season can come to an end. The key is how we handle the closed doors, how you handle the disappointments, how you handle the people that treated you wrong. It takes a lot of energy to think about the past, relive the hurts, wonder why it didn't work out. That person you lost, if they were supposed to be here, they would still be here. If somebody left you, I say it respectfully, you don't need them. If it didn't work out the way you had planned, it wasn't supposed to. God's ways are not our ways. Will you trust Him when it doesn't make sense? When God makes up for what you lost, it's not going to be less than, it's not going to be equal, it's going to be better. Just because it hasn't turned out the way you thought, doesn't mean you have to settle for second best. God has to come up with a plan B. determined. Without it, you wouldn't be prepared for the blessing, the increase, the new levels that are coming your way. And you may not understand what you're going through. You could live worried, discouraged. Try a new approach. God, I don't understand it, but I trust you. I know you're in control. You're working all things for my good. So I'm not going to live upset. I'm going to stay in peace, knowing that you will get me to where I'm supposed to be.
Hear me clearly when I say this. There are people who come in your life sometimes to be there for a season. They weren't meant to be there always. Sometimes we find ourselves hooked up with people that we think are there for a lifetime, but they were only supposed to be there for a season. There are people who come in your life like boosters for a rocket. If you ever watch a rocket go into space, the boosters fall off when it reaches a certain altitude. Some people are not equipped to handle the altitudes that you're going to. So don't be afraid when they fall off. They're not bad people. They just couldn't go where you're going.
God ain't never gonna take something from you without the intention of replacing it with something much better. You gotta trust that God's gonna put the right folks in your life at the right time for the right seasons. Just know, whatever the situation, God's plan is always the best. Now, sometimes it's tough, even painful, but don't forget, when God's quiet, He's working on something for you. You know what Romans 8 verse 28 says? And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. See, God's doing a new thing, making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland, like it says in Isaiah 43 verse 19. So if something didn't go as planned, that's just God saying, I got something way better for you. Now, I need you all to be smart. Don't go spilling all your secrets. Because when you walk with the Lord, He gives you visions for your future, your life, and the things He wants to accomplish with you. But you got to be careful. Not everybody needs to know your vision. Satan don't know what you see until you tell him. And when he hears about it, he starts scheming against you. Some folks lost beautiful ideas because they couldn't keep their mouths shut. So, learn from their mistakes. Don't give Satan the chance to stop your blessings. We got to accept that people come and go, and sometimes we wonder why. But our God is orderly. He lets things happen for a reason. Now let me give you 5 reasons why God might remove someone from your life. The first reason is to fulfill His divine plan. God's got a plan for everyone's life, including yours. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, said the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, thoughts to give you an expected end. The second reason God might remove someone from your life is to protect you from toxic people. God sees the heart and He knows who's secretly hating on you. He's going to remove them before they bring you down. Now, the third reason is because they are needed elsewhere. Sometimes people gotta leave to fulfill their own God-given purpose. It's tough, but everything happens for a reason. Also, number 4, God remove people sometimes because the timing ain't right. God knows when it's time to bring someone into your life or when to take them away. Trust His timing because He's always on point. And lastly, God's got better things in store for you. Sometimes we think we got the best, but God's got way more in store for us than we can even imagine. Now, when God removes someone from your life, don't go chasing them. See it as a blessing in disguise. You might not know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future. Trust God and trust that everything happens for a reason. Remember, some people play their roles for a season, and when they leave, let them go. We got to be smart about who we let into our lives. Keep those who uplift and support you close, and let go of those who bring you down. God's got your back, and when you put your trust in Him, He's going to bless you with the right people at the right time. So stay strong, keep the faith, and remember that God's always looking out for you, even when you can't see it. He's got something better, something greater waiting for you. Just hold on, have faith, and let God lead the way. Now, if you're struggling with heartbreak or going through something tough, don't lose hope. You might be wondering, can I find someone else? Someone who gets me like they did? But let me tell you, there ain't just one person for you. For every one person that leaves, God's got 1,000 others ready to uplift, strengthen, and bless you. Our ever-present help, God's going to show up when you need Him most. Be conscious and cautious about the folks in your life. If they decide to leave, know their part in your life is done. Don't fight it, just smile, because God's got something and someone better. Remember, not everyone's meant to stick around forever. It's crucial to know who to hold on to and who to let go of, because that's going to save you from a whole lot of trouble. Know the role people play in your life and treat them right. There are friends for a season, friends for a reason, and friends for a lifetime. There are acquaintances too. In this short journey of life, we got to know who's who and put them in their rightful place. When you put yourself in God's hands, He's going to do everything possible to protect you. Even when things get rough and you go against His will, God's always trying to get you back on track. He loves you too much to let you go. When you understand that everything happens for a reason, it's easier to move on and learn from your experiences. So when God removes someone from your life, don't chase after them. See it as a blessing in disguise, because we might not know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future. Trust God and know that everything happens for a reason. The people who walk in and out of our lives are all part of a bigger plan. And when they leave, remember they were just there for a season. Keep the faith, stay strong, and know that God's got your back now and always. God bless you.